All right, let's get it. Here we go. Union report here. This is from Garji Soraji. Soraji Israel. I guess he's an Israeli soccer guy. But boom, Tai Baribo is on the verge of joining the Philadelphia Union. Baribo will sign a 3-year contract. Well, obviously this is not true, but he says he's going to be the leading striker of Dupe, obviously the Union. So this is obviously interesting. This came this morning, so obviously took at least me by surprise. But a couple things here. So Tai Baribo, first off, who is Tai Baribo? That's the most important part, right? So he's a 25-year-old center forward. That's his predominant position here. He is a center forward. Obviously don't have here the. Actually, I can get that. Let me grab because I know my Americans don't know meters, so I am gonna get you guys the feet and the inches. Don't worry, don't worry. All right. 5'11" is Tai Baribo. He's coming from Wolfsberger AC in the Austrian Bundesliga. Baribo is a Portuguese Israeli international, so he does represent Israel. And from my understanding, Israel is currently going through a little bit of a golden era of soccer, and Baribo is one of those key pieces for this golden age of Israel soccer. So that's pretty dope. And I remember when Colombia had their golden era back in the 90s, and you're seeing Faustino Asprilla, Newcastle. You're seeing El Pibe Valderrama in Montpellier. It was a cool time. It was a cool time to see, in our first golden era, seeing these players over in Europe. So obviously for Baribo, Europe is his main goal. From my understanding, and I'll take this with a grain of salt because it's a European rumor and those aren't always true. But from my understanding, Baribo had offers from Atalanta, Parma. If I'm not mistaken, Palermo was in there as well. So some Italian clubs were looking at Baribo, and Baribo decided to go with the U.S. route. Now, again, this is all rumors, and this does seem like a legit. There's a couple sources have been saying this, but it does look like it's going to happen. But if that's the case, then that's obviously a big deal. But it's also not surprising because Ernst Tanner does this. Ernst Tanner is a beast. I don't know what to tell you. Ernst Tanner, he eats, shits, and breathes excellence. I don't know what else to tell you. But this also does seem like a very Ernst Tanner type of signing. It's from a market that many people wouldn't be looking at, the Austrian Bundesliga. It's not far from Germany. I don't think he's had any ties with Austria, but I do believe, if I saw correctly, he was scouted by Red Bull Salzburg, which is also in Austria. Maybe Ernst does have some connects in Austria, which I'm sure he does, and that's what got him to Baribo. Baribo's coming off of a great season. Let me pull it up here. I just had it. Baribo's coming off of a season here where he had. Let me grab the 2023. These are only his career stats here with the Austrian team. I believe he's been there for 2 seasons. On transfer market, does say he is valued at 2.5 mil euros. That is not dollars, ladies and gentlemen, euros. All right. So in total, in 61 appearance, in the Bundesliga, in the Austrian Bundesliga, he's had 27 goals and 5 assists in 61 appearances. Isn't terrible. Here's the thing. So the main thing is, what is the fit? Obviously, you even look at these comment sections here. We'll pull. It's like the first comment here. You obviously see this report saying he's the leading striker. He's going to be the leading striker of the Union. Obviously, we know that's not going to be the case. You have Michael Urre, and you also do have Julian Carranza. But one thing we've constantly kept talking about with this Union squad is the lack of depth. With all the soccer that this team is playing, to rely on Chris Donovan or Quinn Sullivan to come off the bench for Carranza and Urre, I mean, it hasn't been really ideal, to be quite honest with you. So getting a guy like this, who, by the way, you sign him potentially so from a report, it's a 3-year deal, right? Carranza has been looked at. You've heard the reports, and obviously, look, He's been balling out. He just came off a great game in Leagues Cup, which obviously that's going to get a lot of eyes as well, especially in Mexico. So his market is just going up and up and up. I just find it very difficult if Carranza continues playing like this, how you're going to keep him after this year. So if you do bring in a guy like Baribo, you get depth, number one. Number two, he continues his development. He's 25 years old. This guy, he's only getting better and better, right? And from what it seems like, he's a guy with great pace. He's an absolute bull. He plays with a lot of strength. He's very technical. Here, let me pull up here. Jimmy King, great writer here we have here at Philly Sports Network. Put up a great video here, kind of the play here. By the way, also, if you guys have not followed Jimmy King, make sure you guys are following Jimmy King because he's just fucking knocking it out the park when it comes to union coverage. So just trying to get this up full screen here. Here we go. All right. So I'll add to stream, and here we go. So here from Jimmy King's Twitter account, here is a clip here of Baribo. You guys can obviously see him here in the center. Look at that. Look at that touch, man. That technical ability. Being able to just allow it to just scrape through the shin and redirect and get in there. So this is his hold-up play. He's obviously really deep back, and look at the play he just generated right there, just based off of his recognition. Great job. Yeah. So you guys can clearly tell he's aggressive in the box. He's got some great technical ability. He can hold a play as well. He knows how to read the ball well. You know, obviously we talk about when you're playing in the system, especially when you're playing with the creative player like Daniel Gazdak, one of the main reasons why him and Casper didn't have such of a smooth relationship as we would have wanted, or what we see with Carranza and Ure, is being able to play off with your 10, being able to hit those spaces when need be, because Gazdak's going to hit it. Being able to make those runs, open up those lanes for Gazdak as well to run through. And this guy seems like he can do that too. And he's only getting better. He's only getting better. So this is just a little bit of Baribo here, but so far, definitely should get your juices going, because I certainly got my juices going, and I am really excited to see what else we can possibly see from Baribo. But I mean, if this is the case to beat out players for him, you know, it kind of reminds me of El Brujo. You know, I think we beat out a couple Mexican teams for Brujo. Same thing with Sergio Santos. We beat out Necaxa for Sergio Santos. So being able to continuously beat out teams for players is a cool thing. It's cool. I don't think that we look at it enough, but I definitely think it's a cool thing to see. It's just showing the growth of us as a club here overall. Obviously, I was planning on doing the Guitarro preview here today, but with the Baribo news report, it was a little bit tough trying to figure out who Baribo is and trying to get just a feel for the